Christmas in May? We gotta check this one out. Yes, this one is called the Christmas Tree Gegenpress, and the only description on the Steam Workshop is it just works. Complete wingbacks, halfbacks, and a roaming playmaker. Most important, great with both big and small teams against big and small teams. So it seems like it's for everyone. We're going to take a look at how it does with our three teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town in just a minute. But as you can see, it does say vertical tiki-taka, Gegenpress. We will take a more in-depth look at the tactic itself at the end of the video. But first, let's hit the Premier League and see how our teams did. Well, as you can see, Premier League table, Liverpool sit third, 78.71 goals. We have definitely seen tactics that have worked better. This one around, the goals just aren't up. The points, you expect them at least 8 to 10 points higher, hopefully. Aston Villa in 10th. They've got the Europa League next season, which is nice. However, 10th place is right around where they would be if they didn't, you didn't throw in a tactic on them or anything like that. That's kind of their media prediction at the start of the game. But you have 50 goals, 53 points. Not great. Well, domestic cups, Liverpool dropping out to Manchester United, 1-1 in penalties of the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. And then you get to the FA Cup quarterfinals and drop out against Tottenham. And unfortunately, Manchester United drop you out yet again, but this time the Europa League semifinals. So I have to say, so far, it has not worked very well for Liverpool, at least. You don't get any trophies. I mean, you do get to the quarterfinals of two, the semifinals of another, but still, a trophy a season is what you're hoping for, especially with a lot of the other tactics that we've seen so far. Squad-wise, I mean, there is some green. 28 goals, though, for Mohamed Salah. Szoboszlai with 15, not bad for him. Assists, 14 for Trent, 13 for Tsimikas, and that's it in the double digits. But 7-13 for Szoboszlai. Yeah, you definitely expect some stats that are just higher than this. Aston Villa's domestic cups, Carabao Cup 4th round is where you drop out against Brentford 0-1, and you get to the semis of the FA Cup, but Sheffield United drop you out 1-3. But you do get to the final of the Europa Conference League, which is where you get Europa League next season, against Fiorentina, 2-2 in penalties. Very well done. So overall, a very mixed bag for Aston Villa. Premier League, awful. 10th place is not good. FA Cup semis, winner of the Europa Conference League, those two are fantastic. Carabao Cup 4th round, not good there. Stats-wise, 5 in the green, and I'm assuming, yep, that includes Philip Coutinho. So 22 goals for both Diaby and Zaniolo is fantastic, but 12 is the only other one for Rodgers that is in double digits. And double digits here for assists, 19 for Digne, 10 for Ramsey, and that is it. And then, of course, average rating, Robin Olsen gets up there, but Jacob Ramsey with 39 appearances, 7-11. Data hub for Liverpool, the only thing that shines here is the amount of dribbles per game. Everything else you expect a lot higher. General performance, 1.87 goals per game, 0.68 conceded, that's not too bad there, and a 0.81 XG against. But if we go to Aston Villa, why does it always do this? But Aston Villa really not shining at all in the attacking side, except again for dribbles. But goals per game, 1.32, 1.29 conceded per game. That is why you're in 10th place. And since we seem to do this all the time now, Liverpool have 2.05 points per game, Aston Villa with 1.39. Premier League stats. Most goals, Liverpool in 3rd with 71, Aston Villa not even showing up. Fewest goals against, Liverpool in 2nd with 221, Aston Villa in 7th with 369. Most possession, wow, Man City with 63%. But Liverpool with 55% about average, Aston Villa below with 51. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in 1st with 804, Aston Villa in 2nd, 777. No on tackles, best pass completion, Liverpool with 89%, as does Aston Villa. Most shots for Man City, but Liverpool with 477. But now, how does it do for Ipswich Town? Actually pretty nice. 3rd place, 94.78 goals is not bad. Again, it is not a high-end attacking tactic like we've seen time and time again. But you get 3rd place is a fantastic mark. Unfortunately, you're not doing very well in the playoffs. I mean, you get to the final, but 5-7 in extras against Norwich. That one hurts. Domestic cups, Carabao Cup 3rd round, you're out against Brighton. And then the FA Cup quarters against Sheffield. Very well done there. So, championship, fantastic. FA Cup, fantastic. You didn't really have the strongest of teams that you had to face. I don't remember a Premier League team in there. However, you did very well just to get to the quarters. 3rd round of the Carabao Cup, So, but what does that look like for their squad? 22 goals for Hurst. Yay, he's back up there. Even only with 17 appearances off or starting, 19 off the bench. 12 for Broadhead, not bad. Assist, 15 for Leif Davis, 12 for Connor Chaplin. Average rating, Leif Davis with a 7-3-0. And as for championship stats, most goals, 4th place with 85. Fewest shots against in 2nd with 356. They don't have most possession, but most dribbles made, Ipswich Town in 1st with 995. Most tackles won, they are here in 8th. Then best pass completion with 89%. Most shots for in 3rd. Well, let us take a look at the Christmas tree tactic itself. A sweeper keeper in defend is where we start. Complete wingbacks on the left and the right, and this is one of the players that you need to focus on. Definitely take a look. Ball playing defenders in the central spots and defend. A roaming playmaker in support, which is another one you need to take a look at, both of these. And then a halfback in defend in the middle. Attacking midfielders on the left and the right in attack, and an advanced forward in attack up front. So it looks like pretty much your midfield and defense is where you really need to shine. And I guess maybe they didn't in these, at least the Premier League teams, but mentality is attacking, in possession attacking with his fairly wide, overlap on the left and the right, play out of defense, passing directness is standard, tempo is higher, whip crosses and run at defense, in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the entire back line and throw it long, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, get stuck in, and step up more. Well, how did it do for our 3 teams? Well, Ipswich Town doing a fantastic job. I mean, 7-5, that is a doozy of a match. But in the table, you get to 3rd. You're clearly in the playoff rounds, but unfortunately, you just can't make it through all the way. Liverpool and Aston Villa, not too bad. Oh, Liverpool's not too bad. 3rd place. You still expect them to be higher, especially when Man City's up of 94 points. You definitely should be in the 80s somewhere. But you still get Champions League next season. It's not bad. Aston Villa is not doing very well, except for a trophy. That is kind of an odd one. But again, this is one of those tactics that it's such a non-standard formation. You really just have to take your players and see where they can fit. Get rid of the dead wood. Bring in some new blood when you can that fit those roles. And that's kind of how you have to do it. But in this case, they just didn't have the players to fit perfectly. But you know what? That's where you come in, where you can take your own team and kind of mold around a tactic if you wanted to. If you've used this, let us know. But here, it sort of worked, it sort of didn't. But that's it for me, Stefan FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.